The 1970s killed the muscle car. That's what everyone says. Emissions regulations strangled horsepower. Insurance premiums destroyed affordability. The oil crisis made big block V8s politically incorrect. By 1975, the golden age was dead and buried. Except here's what nobody tells you. Some of the most valuable muscle cars ever built came from the 70s. We're not talking about 60s legends that appreciated over time. We're talking about cars that were built during the death spiral. Cars that represented the last gasp of American performance before everything changed forever. And because of that historical significance, because of their rarity and their end of an era status, they've become million-dollar icons. Cars that sold for $4,000 new are now worth more than houses. Cars that dealers couldn't give away in 1971 are now the centerpieces of world-class collections. The 70s weren't the end of muscle cars, they were the final battle, and the survivors became automotive royalty. Today, we're counting down 8 70s muscle cars that went from forgotten relics to million-dollar icons, and some of these values will blow your mind. Before we drop the hammer, smash that subscribe button, because we here at Garage History is about to show you why the 70s muscle car market is exploding right now. Number 8, 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda convertible. Let's start with the king of Mopar collectibles. The 1970 Hemi Cuda convertible represents the absolute peak of Plymouth performance, wrapped in one of the most beautiful bodies ever designed. Only 14 were built, 14. And every single one is accounted for, documented, and worth millions. These cars combine the legendary 426 Hemi V8, making 425 horsepower, with a drop-top body style and the freshly redesigned E-body platform that looked like it came from an Italian design house. The result was automotive perfection. But in 1970, nobody wanted them. Convertibles were dying. The Hemi option cost a fortune and required constant maintenance. Insurance was crushing young buyers. So these cars sat on dealer lots, gathering dust, getting discounted just to move them. Fast forward to today, and Hemi Cuda convertibles are the most valuable muscle cars in existence. One sold at Meckham in 2014 for $3.5 million. Another went for $2 million in 2021. These aren't just cars anymore. They're investment-grade assets that appreciate faster than real estate. And because only 14 exist, the values will keep climbing. Every serious muscle car collection in the world wants one, but there aren't enough to go around. That scarcity has pushed values into the stratosphere, and there's no ceiling in sight. Number 7, 1971 Plymouth Cuda 440+6 convertible. If you think 14 Hemi convertibles is rare, try finding a 1971 Cuda convertible with a 440+6 engine. Production numbers are uncertain, but estimates suggest only 17 to 20 were built. These cars represented the end of Plymouth's tri-power performance. The last year you could get 3 2-barrel carburetors on a production muscle car. By 1971, the muscle car market was collapsing. Plymouth slashed production across the board, and convertible sales were in free fall. The 440+6 Cuda convertible became an accidental rarity, a car that almost nobody ordered because the market was already dead. But today, these cars are worth over $1 million, with pristine examples selling for $1.5 million or more at major auctions. Why? Because they're the last of their kind. After 1971, the tri-power setup was gone forever. After 1971, convertible muscle cars became extinct for over a decade. These cars mark the end of an era, and collectors are willing to pay insane money to own that piece of history. The irony is that in 1971, dealers were begging people to buy these cars. Today, collectors are fighting over them with million-dollar bids. Number 6, 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6 convertible. The LS6 engine is legendary. It was Chevrolet's most powerful production engine ever. A 454 cubic inch beast making 450 horsepower and 500 lb-ft of torque. It could run 13-second quarter miles bone stock and hit 60 mph in under 6 seconds. But getting that engine in a convertible Chevelle, that's where things get rare. Only 20 LS6 Chevelle convertibles were built in 1970. 20. Chevy offered the LS6 for 1 year, only before emissions regulations killed it. And almost nobody ordered it in the convertible body because it cost too much and the market was already turning away from high-performance cars. Those 20 cars became the unicorns of the Chevelle world. Today, an LS6 Chevelle convertible is worth $1 million or more, depending on condition and documentation. One sold at Barrett-Jackson for over $1.2 million, and experts predict values will continue climbing as baby boomer collectors age out and pass these cars to the next generation. The LS6 convertible represents the peak of Chevelle performance, the ultimate combination of power and open-air driving, and there will never be another one built. That exclusivity is driving values to levels that seemed impossible just 10 years ago. Number 5. 1971 Hemi Cuda. Forget the convertible for a moment. Even the hardtop Hemi Cuda from 1971 is worth serious money now. This was the final year for the 426 Hemi in a production car, and Plymouth only built 108 Hemi Cudas total. By 1971, the Hemi was a dinosaur. It required 100-octane fuel that was becoming impossible to find. It needed constant tuning and maintenance. Insurance companies were charging insane premiums, and emissions regulations meant Chrysler had to detune it just to meet federal standards. So almost nobody bought them. Dealers hated them because they couldn't sell them. But today, those 108 cars are worth between $500,000 and $1 million each, depending on options and condition. A numbers-matching, documented 1971 Hemi Cuda with original paint, that's $1 million car all day long. Why? Because it's the last Hemi. After 1971, the engine was dead. Chrysler never brought it back. These 108 cars represent the end of Mopar's most legendary power plant, and collectors are paying top dollar to own that piece of history. The 1971 Hemi Cuda is proof that last-year models can become more valuable than earlier versions simply because they're the final chapter. Number 4. 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 convertible. The 442 W30 doesn't get the respect it deserves, but collectors are starting to wake up. This was Oldsmobile's ultimate performance package, a dealer-installed option that turned the 442 into a legitimate street racer. The W30 package included a cold air induction system, aluminum intake manifold, fiberglass hood with functional scoops, and internal engine modifications that pushed the 455 cubic inch V8 to over 370 horsepower, though real-world testing showed it was making closer to 400. Only 264 W30 442 convertibles were built in 1970, making them genuinely rare. But for decades, they were ignored because Oldsmobile didn't have the cachet of Chevy, Pontiac, or Mopar. Today, that's changing fast. W30 convertibles are selling for $300,000 to $500,000, and pristine documented examples have crossed the $750,000 mark at auction. Experts predict they'll hit 7 figures within the next 5 years as collectors realize how rare and historically significant these cars are. The W30 was Oldsmobile's swan song, the last hurrah before emissions killed everything, and it deserves to be in the same conversation as Hemi Cudas and LS6 Chevelles. Number 3. 1970 Buick GSX Stage 1. Buick doesn't scream muscle car to most people, but the 1970 GSX Stage 1 is one of the most underrated performance machines of the entire era, and values are exploding. Only 678 GSX models were built in 1970, and fewer than 400 had the Stage 1 performance package. This was a 455 cubic inch V8, making 360 horsepower, and a staggering 510 lb-ft of torque. More torque than a Hemi, more than an LS6, more than anything else Detroit was building. The GSX could run low 13-second quarter miles and had handling that shocked muscle car purists who expected it to drive like a luxury barge. For decades, these cars sold for $50,000 to $100,000. Today, clean, documented GSX Stage 1 models are selling for $300,000 to $500,000, with the rarest colors and options pushing past $600,000. Why the explosion? Because collectors finally realized that Buick built one of the fastest and rarest muscle cars of 1970, and there aren't enough to go around. As the market matures and diversifies beyond Chevy and Mopar, the GSX is becoming a blue-chip investment. Number 2. 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 429. The Boss 429 is a legend, but most people don't realize how rare it actually is. Ford only built 499 Boss 429 Mustangs in 1970, the final year of production, and these were the most refined versions of the entire run. The Boss 429 was never meant to be a street car. It was a homologation special built to qualify Ford's NASCAR engine for racing. The 429 cubic inch semi-Hemi V8 made 375 horsepower on paper, but dyno testing showed closer to 500 in reality. These cars were expensive when new, over $5,000 in 1970 dollars, and most buyers couldn't afford them or didn't want to deal with the harsh driving characteristics. Fast forward to today, and Boss 429 Mustangs are selling for $400,000 to $600,000, with exceptional examples crossing $750,000. The final year 1970 models command a premium because they're the most desirable, and as the last of the breed, they carry historical significance that earlier cars don't. The Boss 429 market has matured into blue-chip territory, and values show no signs of slowing down. Number 1. 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner Hemi. Here's the car that nobody saw becoming valuable. The 1971 Roadrunner Hemi. By 1971, the Roadrunner had lost its edge. No more wild graphics, no more budget pricing. And the Hemi was in its final year, detuned and struggling to meet emission standards. Plymouth only built 55 Hemi Roadrunners in 1971, and they were impossible to sell. Dealers discounted them. Marketing ignored them. Buyers didn't want them. These cars represented everything the market was running away from. Big blocks, high insurance, terrible fuel economy. But today, these 55 cars are worth $750 to $1.2 million each. Why? Because they're the rarest Hemi Roadrunners ever built. They're the last of the breed. They represent the absolute end of Mopar's legendary Hemi era, and collectors are willing to pay insane money to own that final chapter. One sold at Mecum for just over $1 million in 2022, shocking the automotive world. The 1971 Roadrunner Hemi proves that last year models can become the most valuable, and it's a reminder that the 70s produced million-dollar icons that nobody saw coming. And there you have it. 8 70s muscle cars that went from unwanted relics to million-dollar icons. The 70s didn't kill muscle cars. It made the survivors legendary. If this opened your eyes to the value of late-era muscle, smash that like button and drop a comment with your favorite 70s muscle car. And if you want more market insights, more forgotten classics, and more stories about cars that became icons, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because Garage History is tracking the market so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and remember, today's forgotten muscle car is tomorrow's million-dollar auction star. Until next time, invest smart and keep the history alive.